Welcome to the second half of KISS Community Connections, 103.1 KISS FM. I'm Phyllis Jones, and we're still here, and we're talking to Trudy, and we're talking to Tiger, and we've all composed ourselves back again,
right?
Because Trudy's story is powerful.
Yeah,
it's listening to her story, and I'm looking at her, a person who should not have been here. Mm-hmm. But I say, like I told you last night, you're here because you got a story to tell. Mm-hmm. Because both of you can teach someone else. Mm-hmm. You might talk to 3 people, but 1 or 2 of those 3 people need to hear what you said, who are sitting in some kind of valley, be it whatever it is, mm-hmm. and they still don't know go out. They still don't know how to get out of it and learn that they can rock it and get out, and move on to what they need to do, and not let it, not let the world be on top of you. You be on top of the world. Right. Trudy, at one point in time, you were living under the bridge in San Antonio, right?
Yes.
How'd you? Because you went from some spaces there. You went from working with elderly people,
yeah,
sick people. You're married, and then your life took a tragic change when you decided to. And a lot of women have done that, and I guess men too, is you joined your spouse in whatever they're doing to kind of see if you can have a happy medium in there.
Yeah.
But what made you get in, what made you just all of a sudden homeless? What happened? All of a sudden, you find yourself with your husband, and then next year you weren't.
Well, first of all, I loved my husband very much. Mm-hmm. I loved him dearly, and he was a good provider. Mm-hmm. This man would bring his whole paycheck home to me and just say, "Here, do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Just make sure I have gas money, lunch money.
Right.
Maintain everything."
Mm-hmm. Right.
And we went. What happened was we became homeless because of his drug use. Mm-hmm. And I actually had to send my children to New York to his mother. Mm-hmm. And he and I, we were just everywhere on the streets. We were boosting, to buy. We were boosting. Boosting means stealing.
Oh, yeah, I'm from the big D. I'm from the big D. We know what that is.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure, that everybody else knows.
Yeah, we got to know that word.
Okay. So anyway, we would go out boosting every day. Yeah. And we had a regular clientele.
Wow.
So, but anyway, one night, he asked me to, told me to go get some dope. And I went. And as I was walking down the sidewalk, a gentleman approached me and said, "What you looking? So I said, "No." And I kept on walking. Mm-hmm. So I went to wherever I was going, got what I needed, came out, and the guy that had approached me earlier grabbed my ponytail and threw me down to the ground and put a pistol to my head and told me, "Give me everything you got. Your money, your dope, whatever value you got." And right there at that point, that's when it really hit me. Mm-hmm. What am I doing? I'm about to lose my life. Even if I don't, I'm thinking, if I don't give this man what he's asking me for,
right,
he's gonna kill me. Mm-hmm. And then even though after I give it to him, he still might kill me. So a little voice say, Give it to him, Trudy. So I dumped my purse out. One piece fell out. He said, you got any money? I'm like, no, see, it's nothing in here. But I still held on to one piece in hopes that I would get away with my life. And then after he took the stuff from me, he kicked me and told me, get on. I got up. I walked to the car. I was walking real fast. I started crying. I got in the car. I left. I drove to the room back where my husband was. And I told him what happened. He didn't believe me. And I was so hurt when he said that to me. And I just lost it. I just lost it. And that I just started crying, and I asked God to please take me out of this situation. I don't want to do this anymore. Because I didn't want to leave my kids without their parents. And the only way that I could end this was I had to get away from him. Mm-hmm. And maybe he'll realize, hey, he don't have his family anymore. So the next day we got up. He wanted to go boost. I didn't want to go. So we were standing on the bus stop on San Pedro Avenue in front of the Jack in the Box. Mm. We had a big old fight in the middle of the street. I had some clothes in the bag, plastic bag. It was all over the street. I said, William, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. I said, and you need to get yourself together too. I said, I'm not going with you. Mm. So I left him. I started walking, and I'm crying, and I'm just asking God, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? I went and started panhandling that same day.
And you did all this, and you still had HIV?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I still had a job. Mm. That was the blessing. I still had my job working at the hospital. I was missing for a month and a half. These people knew I was so dedicated. They were calling my parents, my mom, and my aunt, wanting to know where I was. My mother put an APB out on me, man. Because I was too ashamed, right, to face my family. Mm-hmm. Especially my aunt. I love her very dearly, because if it wasn't for her inspiration and her guidance, I would not be sitting here right now.
Amen. That's good.
That's the lady that called yesterday.
Okay.
And so I panhandled. I got some food. I slept on the I-30. I would walk back down Broadway under I-35 where the pig stand is. I don't know if y'all ever been to San Antonio, Texas, but that pig stand has been there on that corner as long as I can remember. Mm. And I would sleep right under that bridge, which couldn't have been no more than about 500 feet from, maybe 1,000 feet from the pig stand. Wow. Mm. They knew me. They got to the point where they were even nice enough once in a while to give me a meal. Then finally, I said, I got to do something. So I went to one of our customers that we used to sell stuff to. This woman was Hispanic, didn't speak any English. So I went to her house and I told her daughter to tell her mom and ask her if she could help me. I told her, you know, that I wasn't with my husband and that I needed to get on my feet. Mm-hmm. And if she would take me into her home and give me money or take me to work every day, I would pay her back. And this woman took me into her house. She didn't know me from Adam to Eve. All she know that I was somebody that she bought stuff from.
Wow.
You know. And I lived with them for about a month. And then, you know, I got on my feet, you know.
That was a blessing.
Yeah. And
but I'm going to let you take a little break. Tiger, question. Being out there being the big baller, is it as cool as everybody think it is?
No, not at all.
So it's not cool.
Not cool at all.
It's not a cool life.
Not a cool life.
You don't kick back and relax.
You don't relax at all.
looking over your shoulder.
You gotta look over your shoulder every just in the mirror. You can't.
You don't trust nobody?
Can't trust nobody.
So you live in a miserable life, actually.
Miserable. But it's a baller life, they call it. So
so what's the balling part of this life
the
that
balling,
people think that they need to get into?
Not because it's not worth the time that when the prison time.
Right.
It was just through the grace of God that I didn't get caught up.
Right.
I got caught up with that DUI.
Yeah.
And that was, you know, that was a blessing that right there. So I took that at heed. You know what I'm saying? But it's not worth it because it's like really, I thought really realized that it's like we killing ourselves. I'm killing my family. I'm giving it to. I'm killing other people. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's once you grow up. You know what I'm saying? Out of that mentality, that you think about these people you done gave, they sold these drugs to, and you know it's just it's not worth it. And then you have to pray. I really literally prayed, you know, of who might even encounter wanting to be a baller. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to worry about somebody coming to rob you. You got to worry about somebody gonna tell on you. You got to worry about the police coming for you. You don't know whether it's the feds or the state. He coming though. You know, so it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. And these kids out here. Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to worry about if I'm on this person's territory, which I ain't never had to worry about that because we was our own territory. But you know, in Detroit, you know, but it was like you can't just go roll anywhere. You can't. You know, it's they feel like you're taking money out somebody else's mouth,
right?
Or they kid's mouth,
right?
Or you know, it's just like it's a burden that I can lay down and go to sleep at night,
right?
That I don't have to worry about all of that no more. You know, I can sleep. I don't gotta look in the mirror. I'm so comfortable. I'm not even in my mirror 25 feet back. You know what I mean? It's bad. You know, you never know because you could be out. You got to worry about them coming for your family.
Yeah.
Thinking your daughter got something. Worry about this. They're going to kidnap your baby. Or you want a ransom. You know, it was just. It's notorious. It wasn't. It wasn't worth it.
And also I'll go back. Anybody who's just coming in, we're at the end. We're actually talking to two people. And we're talking about the valley that people are in and how you can get out of the valley. And if you're listening to the two people that have been talking, you see that they've been in the valley.
Yeah.
One, she's been way in the valley, way in the forest of the valley.
Right.
But, you know, and in 1990s, late 1990s, she wasn't supposed to be living for 3 months, and it's 2016 and she's still here.
Amen.
And also I want to let everybody know you can go to mykiss1031.com, then go to Community Connections, and you can listen to this show on and on. And I encourage you to tell people, other people, they need to listen.
Right.
Because it's an education to get.
Right.
Now you get some Kleenex when you listen, because there's some emotional parts you're gonna hear and you're gonna go, oh my God, I can't wrap my head around that. But and also, the problems that we're seeing with our young people are our fault because we sugarcoat things.
Yeah.
We need to quit sugarcoating.
Right.
We need to tell them exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Like I asked you about, to be the baller, what is it?
Right.
You just explained that you might make the money, but you live in a paranoid lifestyle.
Paranoid.
That's the right word.
It ruined my life. Paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah.
It really ruined my life. It ruined my life. It was, and the thing about these young kids that's out here doing it, all they want to really care about is a pair of gym shoes, or some glasses, and it's just not worth it.
Right.
And they don't have people to sit down and talk to them and tell them these things because their parents are somewhere off in drugs or in jail, or they got to fend for themselves. They have to feed themselves.
Right.
So the average black person is gonna say, I'm not gonna starve. I gotta eat.
Right.
Yeah. So there's many other ways to do that. It's a lot of ways to entrepreneur is just like a drug dealer. You can take a business and turn it into, different things. Like I have 1,000,001 things going on in my head.
Right.
Like my mom was like, why do you do all of this at one time? I don't know, because I'm used to doing this and that. I'm busy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
it's like you can change your life. It's up to God and you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So
that's it.
I encourage you to first of all, I want you two to work together because Trudy, you need to tell your story. You really do, because you're not here just to hang out.
Right.
You haven't survived all these years for just to hang out.
Amen.
I think truly when people go through things, they're still here because you have a story to tell. You have some more you have some lives to save.
Right.
Tiger, you too. You all have lives to save. You have people to say, don't look at this movie. Look at me. This is what I did.
Right.
It's different when you looking at a movie. You're like, yeah, they fake that, whatever.
Yeah.
If you look at the documentaries, you look at it just that as a documentary. Well,
Right.
Okay, still. But when you got somebody standing in front of you, go, listen, I did this, I did that. Then, everybody going to turn around, well, wait a minute, stop. Shoot. You did. Yes, I did it. Then it becomes a real thing.
Right.
Because you're the person they can see in the store. They can see you walking down the street.
Right.
They can't see all these other people walking down the street because they're way up somewhere else.
You have to been there to reach them.
Yes.
Like the young lady Faye was just saying on the second half, the other part of the show.
May. Yeah.
You have to. It takes someone to been there,
right,
to reach somebody to know where you're going. You couldn't just come and tell me, this grocery store man, how to do something. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody out of a grocery store, somebody out of a bank, somebody out. It takes somebody from prison to talk to a prisoner.
Yes.
To let them understand where you going or where you been. You don't have to do this. There's success everywhere. You can be successful. You don't have to think that you're scurvy, because the scum of the earth is like, you have to really put yourself, your mind. It's your mind. It's a mind thing.
That's right.
Because if somebody talking to you, downgrading you all the time, oh, you're not gonna be nothing. You're never gonna be nothing. Oh, you in your mind, you thinking that you got to get somebody to pull your awareness up. I encourage you up, to get it up, to get it out. I never knew I was gonna be no producer of my own movie. What?
And it happened.
What? The director of a movie, or
God did that.
What?
God did
Producer of my own book, author of my own book, publisher.
God led you.
Yeah.
God led you in the path that He wanted you to go.
Exactly.
And you followed the plan.
Right.
But He had that in plan for you.
Amen.
Before you even
knew
you would knew.
Exactly. And that's that deja vu stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It is. And Trudy, you're here. You got a whole story to tell. I mean, your story goes from a job, wife, you know, professional world, to I'm going to go and try this because I can be with my husband. I'm going to do this. Now I am homeless. I'm living under a bridge. Now I got to dust my, I'm in jail. I get medication supposed to be, quote unquote, the cure all, and it's the death all.
Right.
You know, so you survived that. You didn't survive that just to chill. You survived those things because now you can go back out and say, hey, you know what? Listen, this is how it really is. This is what happened to me. Those who with HIV who think they have a death sentence hanging around their neck,
That's the way I felt.
Right.
they can take that little trough off their neck and move forward. And looking at you, if me and you talked and I never knew, I would never, you know, it would never cross my mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'll say I'm one of the ones who, the one person I saw had HIV. He looked like it. He looked like I could look at every bone and say, this is, I could play that little kid game you played, the bones.
Exactly.
I look at the bones, I'm like, oh my God, you know. But I look at you, I'm like, fine, she's what? You know, so you can let people know this is how this is me every day.
Yeah.
This is it.
And as you were saying about the baller part, you know, that ruined your life. You done scared yourself so bad. Now when you get older, you gotta take pills for it. Yeah. For you to be normal, to be out here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So was that worth it?
No.
That's it.
You gotta take pills the rest of your life. Yeah. You don't want to be around people.
Right.
You know, unless if you off your pills, you off your rocker. You know what I mean? So it's serious. And it's time to start trying to teach our youth to this awareness. Because, hey, that ain't what you want. This is not what you want.
No.
And then, like my nephew the other day, he said, Auntie, what are you doing? I was praying in the window with my hands. And I'm praying.
Right.
He bust out laughing. He thought it was so funny because he ain't seen me.
Right.
You know, so they all talking about, oh, you've changed so much. And
Right.
Yes, I have. And it's okay today to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just, I'm trying to get him to transform. And, you know, it's different. You can't make somebody change. You got to want to change.
That's the key part right there. You can't force it.
Can't force it.
You can't force it. And too many people think that all they need to do is open your mouth and force feed it.
Yeah.
And find out, no, if they don't want to do it, you can only give them the knowledge.
Exactly.
You give them the tools.
Give them the tools.
You give them those walking footprints.
Exactly.
And if they decide to make a back pedal,
and you can't hold yourself accountable for it also, because you can't put it on your heart that he don't want to change, or any other person that want to change. You know,
did your job.
You did your job.
By
exactly
giving them the tools and giving them the information. Try to guide them. Look, you're a beautiful person. You don't have to do this.
Right.
I'm trying to help you.
Right.
I'm here for you.
Right.
I'm here for you. Take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You know, and all I see, you know, like mothers, women that are pregnant, you know, when I was selling, I would have women that were pregnant come to my door, and I'm like, no, I'm not selling to you.
Right there, yeah.
You need to think about yourself. Then they would bring their food stamps. No, I'm not gonna. And if I knew they had family, no.
Yeah.
No. You know, I'm not. No, I can't help you. But Miss Phyllis, if you let me share this.
Yeah.
I want the people who are listening to us take this as a strong message, especially when you feel suicidal, that to the point where you don't know which way to turn, and that you feel like all your hope is gone, that nothing is going to work for you, nothing is right for you. You know, nothing's going right. And I'm going to share this with you. It says, we have troubles all around us, but we are not defeated. We do not know what to do, but we do not give up the hope of living. We are persecuted, but God does not leave us. We are hurt sometimes, but we are not destroyed. So we do not give up. Our physical body is becoming older and weaker, but our spirit inside of us is made new every day. We have small troubles for a while, but they are helping us gain an internal glory that is much greater than the troubles. We set our eyes not on what we see, but on what we cannot see. And this is 1 Corinthians 4. I can't see it either. Can you see it? It's 1 Corinthians 4. 4, 8, 9, 6, and 18. I wanted to share that because that's what I had to go on. Faith. I know there's a God because I'm blessed today. Amen. By being here. Because ever since I got here, I've been asking God, what does he want me to do? What does he want me to do? And I see now. And I thank you.
You're very welcome.
I thank you. And I hope everything that you have heard today will touch you. If you have to reach out to us, reach out to us. And I'm sure Miss Phyllis will be glad to share any information that you need.
Sure will.
Don't be in despair. Don't be weary. Try to live a good life and do what's right.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
And with that, I'll say I want to thank, this has been an emotional show.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
This is, but it's a show that was needed.
Right.
And what's been said has been needed to be said. And it needs to be said again and again and again.
Yeah.
Until I'll say, until the message is gotten.
Right.
You know, because you might talk here and then you need to talk over there. So yes, we're all a family now. You know, well, and Tiger know our family is always growing.
Yeah,
it grows and it grows good.
Doing motivated speaking, so
yes.
Okay.
You know,
yes.
Yes.
And I love to do that.
That'll be great. That'll be great. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening to KISS Community Connections, 103.1 KISS FM. I want you to remember, one, you can also listen to the show on mykiss1031.com. Go to Community Connections, drop down, and all my shows are on there, so you can listen to them. You can tell family and friends from any other state to go on there and listen also, and it stays on there. But I want you to also remember, you cannot lead a positive life with a negative mind. We'll talk to you next Sunday. Bye now.